Today in local news, charter schools on public school campuses make the headlines. Both Rocket Ship Education and KIPP Community Prep have come under questioning by the school board for their proposals for how many students they expect next year. KIPP Preparatory had projected 310 students for this year and only got 56% of their enrollment, whereas Rocket Ship Education projected nearly 500 students and only received 200. Rocket Ship Education this year asked for 300 students, and the rebuttal from the school district was 264 students, which they felt was more reasonable. KIPP Preparatory asked for 500 and were granted 400. The disparity between the two schools is likely to do with the fact that KIPP Preparatory had not actually asked for quite as many seats as Rocket Ship Education had last year, and they seem to have been more successful with their program. In California state news, a tiny baby kitten was rescued from a California recycling center when a worker found it while sifting through trash on a conveyor belt. As the kitten passed, the worker saw his nose and white hands and happened to rescue him from the wreckage. It is expected that the kitten was actually picked up in a garbage truck, taken all the way to the recycling plant, moved in an earth mover, bulldozer with a scoop, and then dropped onto the conveyor belt. After surviving this whole ordeal, it was saved by a worker and given to another worker of the plant who named him Murphy and took him home. Here's a picture of the tiny kitten in question. You can see that he is very, very small. Today in national news, we learned that we have to be careful who we sell our cars to. Mark Oberholzer learned this when he sold his Ford F-250 to Ford Gulf Freeway to be sold at auction. He did not remove his decal of his business or their phone number from the truck before selling, and the truck managed to find its way over to Syria, where it was used by the Ansar al-Din Front to fight the regime over there. The picture of the truck was posted on Twitter in 2014. After it went viral, Mark Oberholzer and his family, as well as his secretary, began receiving threats and losing business due to the photo being posted. So now Mark is going out of his way to sue Ford Gulf Freeway for their negligent actions. Following is a picture of the truck in question, with the plumber's name on the side as well as his number blurred out, and in the rear bed of the truck we can see an anti-aircraft gun mounted by the jihadists being used against the Syrian regime. In world news, a Palestinian man died Monday after ramming his car into a bus stop full of Israelis. The man planned on getting out of the car and attacking more Israeli people with a small hatchet he was keeping in the passenger seat. This tragedy was avoided thanks to vigilant bystanders who shot the man after he crashed into the bus stop. The Palestinian Authority president has stepped up to say that the recent period of attacks, including 19 other stabbings, shootings, and vehicular attacks by Palestinians on Israeli people, are just the most recent in a justified popular uprising, trying to absolve Palestine of the responsibility for its citizens' actions, which is clearly not right. This is a photo of the white Mazda used in the terror attack on the Israeli people at the western entrance to Jerusalem. In response to these seemingly popular vehicular attacks by Palestinians, the Israeli government has promised to put large barriers by crowded areas such as bus stops and open-air markets. In New Mexico state news, a man from Albuquerque has been arrested after he stole his mother's traditional holiday dish. He sent his mother a text saying that he would like some of her pozole. She responded saying that he was not allowed to have any. In response to this, he broke into his childhood home and stole the stew. His mother did press charges, and he has been arrested on account of residential burglary. Well, everybody's got to have their own Christmas tradition. I'm going to go break into my mom's house. In Orwin household news, Boots has spent most of her morning sleeping under this blanket in protest of Kittytons United. This decision made it so that corporations could be classified as kittens and, as such, chase other cats that are outside. So, if you want to go do that, you can go do that. Or you can stay here and protest Kittytons United. Good girl. What a good protester.